Don't be needy, be needed. Now it's wild because for so many years, especially on my main channel, a lot of my content was so focused and geared towards fashion, style, hairstyle, all these superficial topical things. Not that it's not important, right? Of course, and I'm still big on those things. I like to have myself a nice hairstyle. I like to rock some cool clothes and stuff like that. But it hasn't, in recent years, it's not my primary focus anymore. And that's the sad thing I see is I see so many men these days still. They're so worried about the topical. They're so worried about the superficial, their image, the way they look towards women. And the funny thing is that men will spend years and years and years trying to dial in the way that they look, trying to sharpen their image, right? And again, not saying that any of that's bad, but they'll spend all these years doing this. Well, the guy who's a quarter, not even a quarter of good looking as these guys are, who are spending all this time, they're the ones actually scooping up on all the women. They're the ones actually scoring every single night, right? And another thing that's funny, because times are different, bro, especially in these years, right? You could spend all these hours in the bathroom every single day, doing your hair, looking perfect, looking cute and sexy for all the ladies, right? You can spend all this time doing this, and you might go out in public, you might look good, bro. You might have been, you've been doing on a 6-month cut, right? You're looking chiseled, you're looking lean, and you walk out, and guess what? Guess what all the women are looking at? They ain't looking at you. Their heads are down looking at their phones like this, swiping. Look at most of the girls that you're trying to impress. Look at them. What are they doing? They're like this. Paying no mind to nobody but themselves. They're in their own little la-la land, right? Always connected to some device. So with that in mind, why are you spending all this time worried about your looks when girls aren't even looking your way, bro? That's why the dudes who are like 3s and 4s and 5s, who are just like kind of mid-looking, that's why they're the ones scooping up on all the girls, because they're actually out there. They actually scoop their nuts and are actually having the balls to even go up and talk to women, right? It's wild how many dudes I see that aren't even good looking that are getting so many chicks, right? Because they're going up and they're talking to the girl. And of course you don't want to, just totally let yourself go either. You of course, there's a balance between the two, I think it's important to work on all the pillars of your life, trying to sharpen yourself in every area. Because then again, a lot of the dudes who are mid-looking, they're really only pulling mid-chicks. But I'm just trying to give an example here, right? At least they are getting chicks, while the guys who are spending all this time worried about their looks and trying to be perfect aren't getting much either. What you and I need to be focusing on is being not so needy, right? Trying to look so beautiful and so flawless and work on all these superficial things because I want women to notice me and like me and love me. And no. Stop being so needy and be needed. When you're out and about and you do see a girl you like, whether you're at your goal or not, whether you're making the money you want or not, it doesn't matter. Even if you're a little fat, even if you're a little overweight, or you're a little too skinny, right? You feel, you're kind of self-conscious, you're kind of insecure about your looks. Who cares, bro? Go up and talk to the girl. Even if you're not at your goal yet, even if you don't make that much money yet, go up and talk to her, bro. Grab thy nuts and make your move. And then once you do engage with her, once you do start a conversation with her, and you get her attention up off of her phone, and once you do start this conversation with her, and if you're doing your part, bro, every single day, you're dominating your tasks, you're progressing as a man, you're getting and growing closer with God, of course, over time, you're going to be a solid man, right? And she's going to notice that within you. You won't have to convince her of anything. Just by having this conversation with her, all that content that you're filling yourself up with, it's going to be dripping off your fingertips, right? And so by you just talking with her, she's going to see that, oh, this is the type of man that I need in my life, right? And you won't have to convince her of nothing, because there's also that other side of the spectrum where guys, they try to overdo it. They become obnoxious around women. They do too much talking, right? And they're like, they're in the convincing business, right? It's like they're trying to sell something. They're trying to sell themselves to this girl, and they start talking a little too much, right? So you don't want to be on that side of the spectrum either. Of course, you want to remain chill. You want to remain calm and level-headed. When you do grab your nutsack and you go and talk to that woman. You don't even have to do much. You're just actively engaging, talking with her, talking about her interests, her likes, right? And you'll notice all that self-improvement. It'll just naturally come out of you. You won't even gotta force it or nothing like that. And by having these dialogues, by going up and talking to this woman and not having anything memorized, no lines and none of the Hollywood scripts and stuff like that. No. When you just go up and just have a natural conversation with her, all that content, everything you've been doing over the years, it's going to naturally come out of you. And she's just going to notice. She's going to even feel your energy and your vibe, your aura as a man, right? She's going to just be like, ooh, there's something different about this dude. And he actually listens to me. He's not trying to convince me of how amazing he is. He's just listening to me. He's just actively engaging with me. I like this guy. Let me give him a chance, right? And that's the whole thought. That's the whole concept of today's message. Be not needy, be needed. Work on yourself. Stay in your lane. Dominate your mission. Connect with a group of brothers like us in the War Club, bro. Connect with us. Join our free community down below. Right? Accountability is everything, my dude. Accountability is the greatest form of self-love. Because accountability picks up where self-discipline falls off, right? Self-discipline's great, right? But you'll have seasons in your life where you are disciplined. You'll have seasons in your life where you're not, where you drop off, right? That's just the ebb and flow of life. And so in those seasons where it drops off, where you're not feeling motivated, you're not feeling inspired, this is where you have your brothers come in, slap you upside the head, maybe get you in a noogie, a headlock, right? And they get you back on track. You stay on that daily mission. And when you do that throughout life and you just stay steadily progressing, bro, staying on your mission as a man of God, you become a man that's needed. He's going to see that. He's going to take note of what you're doing. And he'll align that woman with you. He'll align not just one woman. I think he'll align lots of good women along with you, along your path. And then you can kind of just pick and choose from there on out. You'll have the wisdom now too. You'll know which woman is going to best fit into your life. Who's going to be the best, the most wife-worthy for you, for your needs, for the type of legacy you want to leave here on this earth, or the type of woman who's going to challenge you, right? And continue to draw out that king within you. And that's just the beautiful thing, bro, altogether, about just staying on your path and being a man that's needed rather than needy. A lot of men these days, they're growing out, but they're not growing up. They grow out in possessions and things, and they're so focused on the external, getting and achieving more things, rather than growing up. Rather than growing up in character and their values, growing up in their mindset, growing up in what actually, their thought process on what actually matters in life and their priorities in life, right? That's what's going to separate you from all the men out there in the world. Stay on track. Stay on your path. Stay on your purpose. Be a man who's needed. And focus on growing up, not growing out. And you won't have to be out here convincing all these women or trying to turn heads or do this, do that. No, you're on your path, and when you see that right woman, okay, let me lock in. Let me go talk to her. Let me go see what she's about. Have a daily mission. A man without purpose, what does he do? He distracts himself with pleasure. He distracts himself with women, with this, with that, with prawn, with all these pointless things that just get him back off track, off his track, off his path, right? No, you want to stay locked in. Be needed, not needy. Hope you guys enjoyed today's message. Talk to you on the next one. Peace.